We had something crazy happen. We're not exaggerating. We basically had our content stolen from us.
For the record.
Welcome to the Worship Leader Hangout podcast. We are glad you're here. I got David on the podcast. Of course, he belongs here. This is where he lives, where he breathes. As far as, I'm just playing around. But what's up, man? It's good to have you back.
It's good to be back. It's been a bit of a minute. We had something crazy happen. We're not exaggerating. We basically had our content stolen from us.
Yes, we had. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I would say you specifically. David recorded I don't know, did you like pre-plan that, or was that 100%
It was off the
improvise?
cuff, on the fly.
Yeah.
And we didn't have any idea how successful it would have been at the time.
Right.
But it turned out to be our highest viewed video, which meant,
To date, yeah.
highest viewed video. Is the video where most people ended up subscribing to the channel if they were a piano player anyway, not if you're on the worship tech side.
48,000 subscribers to date from that video.
Yeah, that's crazy. So then it was also a video where we made a decent amount of money from it. Still, we're making money from it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this is what happened. Somebody took the audio from the ending of the video. I mean, the beginning is kind of the same. It's the same chord progression, but the ending of the video is where they took the audio from, looped it, and used it for a track on their album. And then once their album went out with the publisher, they came back to our video and flagged it as copyright infringement or whatever. I don't know the right term for that. So now we're no longer able to monetize the video for our benefit, but every single thing that you played that they tried to, or they did flag as theirs, was completely original to you.
Yeah, completely
that
original. It's so much so that it wasn't even replicated, meaning like someone else played it.
It's you playing on their track.
It's the exact recording that we did, right?
Yeah.
And then a couple of things that's crazy to me is, one, it's a Christian artist that did it. And like I told you the day we found out, which was only a few days ago, I gave her the benefit of the doubt that she hired a producer who went and took the track, stole my work, made a track for her, and she wouldn't have known where this producer got this from. People hire producers all the time and they just make the assumption, hey, this is all legitimate. And so I gave her the benefit of the doubt in regards to that. And we can talk about the conversation I ended up having with her. I DM'd her, found her, and then what else is crazy to me is, you had to remove that section from the video, so you cut it out. So now, and that was such
the audio.
You cut the audio
Right.
out, which is such a crucial part of the video that, like we can't. First off, our video came out. What year was it? 2018.
That one published in 19, yeah.
2019. Close. So
yeah,
this video came out in 2019, and her song didn't come out until last year. So clearly you could see, but to make sure that, hey, we weren't copyright and like we weren't being in trouble with YouTube on something that we created, you removed it, and now like no one would ever know unless they had seen that video. And now we do have the original, but
I have original. Yeah, I have
And-
several. I have a couple copies. I have the copy of the original that I exported when I did the edit, and then I also have a copy from YouTube directly. So we
Yeah.
have 2 copies of it.
Which I
And
think
we might even have some of the original footage on a hard drive at my house.
yeah. But
I'm pretty sure we do. But
yeah,
anyway.
yeah, I think so. It's probably possible that if we were using our system at the time, which was loading to Dropbox, it's possible that it's on Dropbox as well, the original footage. So that'd be something to look into. But it's crazy that, you know, we had work stolen from us. Not only was it stolen, they said it was their work, and now we have to turn around and give them the ad revenue for work we did. It's
But
the
see,
craziest.
that's why I jumped on taking the audio out of that section, because I didn't want that to happen, because that is the highest viewed video and still one of the higher view videos on the channel weekly. And so I didn't want that person to benefit from that. But I really don't think we can get that audio back on that particular video.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem is I edited it so that way we're not infringing on their copyright, whatever. And I needed to learn the terminology better, but now I can't pull it back the way it was because YouTube, I don't guess, allows you to do that.
Yeah, and I will say that, you know, YouTube has been, for the most part, good to us. I will admit that I was a little bit disappointed in this process because you said that they didn't allow for you to dispute the claim.
I couldn't dispute this one. It was a hard, fast. They are getting all the money from it,
and so
like
that is also frustrating because YouTube is siding with as far as I'm concerned, the criminal, right? Mm-hmm. When we know, like, it's our work. Now, I know that they do their best to do their due diligence. And, you know, I'm always about giving the benefit of the doubt. To be honest, when I always wanted to talk about more, more raunchy or, more in-your-face kind of topics that would click, you wanted to stay far away from those things. However, this is something that directly affected us, and we know. So
absolutely.
We don't want to speak. We don't never want to speak negatively about YouTube because, frankly, YouTube has been, you know, for the most part, good to us. I would say that I was disappointed, deeply disappointed in that them not realizing it. They ended up choosing the person that stole the work from us, rather than allowing for us to dispute this. And so, I'm thinking about it. I did reach out to the person, and
let's hear it.
We're just gonna be transparent about what happened.
Yeah, let's hear it, or see it, or whatever.
So my message to her. So I won't say her name.
I don't even want people to know how to listen to that song.
Yeah, I won't say her name, but
I'm sorry. That's where it is right now.
I would say that from what I can see, that she's not an American artist. Most people, but she's a British artist. Which is a little bit interesting to me, but that's what it seems like. Anyway, I reach out and I say, "Hi, my name is David, and I'm a contributor for Worship Leader Hangout." Now, this wasn't my first message. This was after I deleted the one where I wanted to
Well, I also deleted a message.
tell her about herself.
I was pretty upset about it.
I had to remember to give her the benefit of the doubt that she did not know. So, hi, my name is David, and I'm a contributor for Worship Leader Hangout, a piano channel on YouTube with almost 200,000 subscribers. There is a video of mine that I released back in 2019 with a copyright claim from you. And the reason why I say copyright claim from you is, Chad, you told me that the person manually put it there, right?
It was a manual After a manual review, a copyright owner has claimed some of the material in your video.
Yeah.
This is what the email says.
So that means that normally
This is not our first copyright claim, so I've seen those. I've seen those a lot.
So
I know what I'm talking. I know what I'm
you-
reading differently from others.
YouTube would have a bot, right? That like, oh, okay, we recognize this song belongs to
Yeah.
Universal Music
If
Group
it's
or something.
if I accidentally let something play in a video or like a song review, too much of that song is played, it's gonna flag that song, and I rightfully so. I should have no monetization on that song.
Mm-hmm.
But this was your original work, and it said a manual review after a manual review. That's ridiculous.
So I said there is a video of mine that I released back in 2019 with a copyright claim from you. Can you remove this claim as you took from a video? And I meant to say can you remove this claim as you took from a video I created? You ripped an instrumental section from my video. Thanks for removing the claim. I also understand that people use producers and sometimes you don't know where they got something from. So that was my initial DM to her. I probably didn't even, I probably messed up in my grammar because I was so angry that I wasn't thinking straight. And so she responded. So I sent it out Tuesday this past week. She responded Wednesday. Shalom, Davin. Thank you for reaching out. I'm sorry that they are giving you issues with the video. She asked, do you have a DistroKid so that I can give you credit for the instrumental? Is YouTube trying to take your video down? I will look into this and try to get everything resolved. I responded to her that same day. YouTube gave me a copyright strike, which means they would give you ad revenue from the video. Thanks for responding. She then said, same day, this is Wednesday, got it, okay, I'll check into that and give you an update soon. Yah willing, I'm sorry that is happening. So,
I mean, I appreciate the quick response and the professional response.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's cool. And now, it does cause me to regret having to take the audio off. I mean, she would have gotten ad revenue from the video. I could have I couldn't demonetize it. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's just weird. And
yeah, well,
for the future, I know what to do, and that is just to eat the cost of what we lose in the interim, and then ask for it back, and then move forward. However, this one, I don't know. It's the first time that's happened in that way, and I'm like, well. And another thing was like, did somebody manually claim this because of a song you referenced in the video? Because you just played chord changes, so there wasn't any issues there. So I was like, that is insane if that happened. And then once I saw it was the clip of you playing, my initial thought was, oh, Davin played something that he heard before, and then I went and listened to the song, and I'm like, it's the exact thing.
No,
and I was like, wait. This was in 2022 that this came out.
Yeah.
So then I jumped on taking the audio out, and I shouldn't have done that. But I think we learned from this experience already. But hopefully we can come to some resolution where they make it right for you and for us.
Yeah, and I
monetarily or something. I don't know.
I think it would be nice for YouTube to make it right. I don't know, because now we can't. For example, we can't put it back. Like once you and
I know for big creators, and I know from Marcus Brownlee and maybe several others that we don't know about, but there was a time where the one time that there was a mistake in one of Marcus's videos, that YouTube allowed him to re-upload the video, but with the same link. So that way it didn't affect. Like they literally replaced the video and not did a brand new upload.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I know that it's possible within YouTube, but you have to, like, you've really got to like be able to pull some strings. And obviously, even 5 years ago or 4 years ago, whenever that was, Marcus Brownlee was able to do that. And I just don't know that we're big enough to be able to do that.
Yeah, but I would say that it is YouTube's. I don't see how it's not YouTube's fault in the matter, because they chose to accept her copyright claim for the video when her copyright claim was illegitimate. I mean, I will always say it was she is acknowledging that it's illegitimate. She's apologizing,
well, yeah, of course,
and looking into the matter, because she's probably trying to figure out, okay, well, she might not even remember which producer gave her that track, like, or where she got that track from, you know? And so
she may have even bought that track.
Yeah.
And from somebody, and it's just crazy. And YouTube should have been able to see, oh, this is a brand new song, or at least a song that came out in 2022, and the video that is a claim or whatever is 2019.
Yeah, and it isn't that
2 years prior, so that should be a part of this the check of some sort.
When you listen to it, you can also tell that it's not just. It's actually
it's your exact.
It's
your
me
exact
playing. That's what else is bothersome about it. It's that it's actually me playing on her track, right? That first off, I didn't get. Golly, we're not even talking about the other aspect of this, is that I didn't get credit for the work that's on her track. Like, I'm not being paid for
well,
the money
that could change.
The money that she's making from that track, or the money she made from the track, or I'm not gaining any new followers from that she's gaining. I've looked her up. She's in articles. She has, there's, you know, some publicity around her. I mean, she's not like super famous or anything like that, but you know, I mean, she has a small following on Spotify or whatever. But I'm not being credited, right? So that's another aspect, is like, not only were we wronged on the side of, hey, we're saying that you took something that belonged to us, but now in regards to my work is on her track and I'm not getting any credit for that. And so it is very complicated, and it's frustrating, because it is your work. It is something that you worked at. And not only that, but she actually took money from our pocket, and she can't make right what's going on with the video now, in that we had to delete certain aspects of the video, certain creative elements, which I'm convinced is what drew people to the video in the first place, you know?
Or to continue watching it for,
Exactly. Yeah. And so
I think, I have some, thoughts about that, but I don't, it doesn't really matter right now. Yeah. Well, we're going to have to get an update on this as it moves forward.
Yeah.
That's just where we are right now.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Sorry.
If you don't know what video we're talking, we will link the video. I don't care.
Yeah. We should have mentioned
that
earlier on, that it's the gospel progression video. What is it called again, Chad? I don't.
The title of the video? It's called Basic Gospel Progression You Should Know, number 1. Remember you did a follow-up.
Yeah, I did do a follow-up.
And the follow-up did pretty good. Still does pretty good. But yeah, I have some ideas about it, and we can figure that out later. But I think at the very least, what should happen is, I know YouTube should be involved, but we'll figure that out as we go. But she should definitely give you credit on that and compensate you for being a part of the album.
Yeah.
In retrospect, obviously, but still, it's you playing, and I feel bad for that producer having the audacity to pull a track from YouTube and say this audio is good, when the audio wasn't like that audio probably sucked when he pulled it, and you can kind of tell the audio quality is diminished. When
I listened to
track,
it, I could not tell.
Oh, really?
I was actually really impressed.
Oh, no, I could tell, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't have the best. I wouldn't say I have the best ear for, like a final product. I
the
know
audio
what
quality wasn't as good.
Yeah,
but
I know it sounds bad, and I can't say it sounded bad. And I would think that the average person, even the above average person, would not know that. Yeah. Oh, this was taken from somewhere else. But if I listened to some other songs on the album, and I noticed that they seem to have done the same thing.
Probably, yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
Where they took audio from other sources, and you just may think, oh, okay, well, they were in a room somewhere, but they probably the producer probably just took audio from a lot of different sources, and I just
probably Pretty Simple Music. Probably some of the other ones, like I wouldn't doubt it. There's probably others that you,
which has me thinking, like, I wonder what else is out there that
person is taken.
Well, not just that person, but what other music in general is out there that people are going to YouTube, and then they're stealing the content, re-uploading it, and then not giving creators credit. Or has this event happened to somebody else? Which I would assume that it has. Like, I mean, we're not a small channel, but we're certainly not the biggest channel. And I would think that this has had to have happened to somebody else before.
Yeah. And it kind of makes you want to go, well, if you are going to play original work, you need to somehow copyright it.
Yeah. And then, like, every time we make a video, do we need to copyright that video? That's a very good question. Because we have, I don't know how much videos we have, but
if we have original work as far as original music or art or something like that, would have to, especially if it started doing really well. You'd probably have to take that audio and say, hey, I need this copyright written or copyrighted, however you do that.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. For every video I make, there's going to be something that's original in there for every single video. And so I don't know. That just seems, I don't know how to copyright, and so I don't know the process behind that. And I'm just thinking, like, anyway, I don't have good opinions or well thought out opinions regarding copyright, which frustrates me.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Yeah.
I don't know enough to have a solid opinion and know what to do.
Yeah. But I know I don't like the idea of thinking I need to go and copyright every single video when I've clearly created it. It's clearly time stamped. Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know, So yeah. Well,
maybe somebody knows the answer to this as far as, like, if an original work is played and uploaded to YouTube, what do we get for that? Is there any protection at all, or is it literally just like playing music on a street?
Yeah, I want to look up.
I have no idea
how many videos we have on YouTube.
How many videos do we have? We have 267.
267 videos.
267 videos, and I can tell you how many you're on.
Oh, you can quickly. Cool.
So maybe, yeah. All right, so there are 78 Davin solo videos. Most of them have original work, and that would just be yeah, we're gonna have to do some research on that and see if it's some of them are, if they're doing really well, which a lot of them are. We may have to go ahead and take necessary precautions and, you know, copyright some of that.
And it's not even because, like, I cared. Like, honestly, I don't even mind. I really don't that somebody used my work. Like, we've had videos that you
Well, their
created,
videos re-uploaded. Yeah.
That people have taken and re-uploaded to their channels.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That really, honestly, it doesn't really bother me. What bothered me most about this was that the money we were making from the video now was supposed to go to her.
Yeah, no, that
for something
that
we
sets me
created. Like that,
Exactly.
it's like, okay, now you're taking money from my pocket. So like, it's that was really frustrating.
Yeah,
but
that's the most frustrating part of it. But
it also has me thinking, like, because, you know, believe it or not, I don't really think of myself as like this amazing piano player. Like, I think I put myself in a decent category. I feel like I've struggled to get where I'm at on the piano, but it makes me think, okay, well, maybe if I made some sample packs, people might actually like care about those things.
I mean,
because clearly,
you
know, people are already stealing my work. So maybe,
make it for sale.
Maybe that's what I
give them something else to steal.
Yeah, it might take an hour and just make some different piano sample packs.
You should.
But yeah. But anyway, I think I don't want to belabor this.
No. I think we're at a good point. We need an update later, but it does make me think to spin this back around into a worship leader podcast, the Worship Leader Hangout podcast. It does make me think a little bit more about how the worship artists feel when their music is used. Like, obviously most worship artists, worship leaders, worship artists would say, yeah, I want the churches to use my music. But man, that is such a big industry in the church world, with like CCLI and CCN or what is it? I don't know, the other copyright organizations that we have to report to all the time. I mean, that is a very big, it causes me to think about that and how big of a deal that actually is, because when you write it down on paper, this is exactly what's happening. Every single week, music is being played pre and post service, maybe even during service, that people are singing to or just listening to, that is recorded by other people, and then people are giving their tithes, their offerings, giving their money to the church, and the artist is basically not benefiting from that unless that person holds a license to be able to play that music before and after service and during church. And it's kind of the same thing, and if you look at it, because other than, like, you know, when we play the music, like, we have the necessary licensing to be able to play and show the lyrics and play them. Like, I have 3 different licenses to be able to play music front of house, before and after service, and as well as play the music on the stage and show the lyrics and all that. We have everything that we need, but a lot of churches don't.
Yeah,
a lot don't,
and if you don't, you're stealing.
And exactly,
you didn't realize it. Like, I don't think she realized what happened. I genuinely believe that. That doesn't mean you didn't steal, though. You know, and so, you know, we want to honor God in all things. And did I mention that it's a Christian song, a Christian artist?
Yeah, I knew right away when I saw it. Yeah,
you know, and so you're right. We really should be more diligent in this aspect, because that somebody took the time to create something, to make something, and they took that time away from their family. They took that time away in the hope of, hey, I also want to make a living from my work. which is absolutely biblical, and we can think nothing of it to just take a song and utilize that song without thinking, okay, what about the person that made this song? And especially if they're, you know, they're a popular artist, we're definitely not going to think much of it because we're like, okay, they're fine, but it's still their work.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, it is still their work. You're right. It doesn't matter, you know, their level of success. But yeah, it really caused me to think about that, and I hope that all of our viewers would, especially if you're at this point in the podcast, that you do think about this. If this is something that your church doesn't really consider right now, that you go back and look at what licenses you need. I can put in the description the names of the ones we have, so that way you can kind of get an idea. That's totally fine. I'll do that. And I'll link to those websites as well. It's 2 different organizations or companies. I don't know. But yeah, I'll do that for them. I think that would be potentially helpful for some people.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a crazy thing. Yeah. So just keep us updated. Maybe next time you're on the podcast, we could talk about it, and we'll let people know what's going on, especially our hardcore followers that are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this happened.
So
I actually thought about using, a long time ago after you made that, I thought about using that audio for a couple other things for the piano videos, but I never did, because I was like, well, I don't want to, I almost said it the way we said it earlier, but I don't want to rip it from that video to use for something else. But I almost used it for like an intro or something, just because I knew that audio was so good and did so well. But
yeah, they used it, and well, actually, what's funny about the video is that I recorded it in the end, and I mean, it was literally probably a good minute and a half of me messing up, and I'm like playing,
and that's what they used.
And they used it, and so they took different sections of it, and
then just and
then they looped it, and then they would go to a new section and loop it. But I mean, it was really what made that video come to life. And so that's what's also frustrating for me, is that like anyone that watches that video going forward is not going to see that. But I think you should upload the video just so viewers knew, probably as a new video, so people can see what the full video looked like, and which video, so they can see what the full video looked like if they hadn't seen it already.
I have to recreate that thumbnail, though. I don't have that thumbnail, I don't think.
Yeah, I think you should probably make a different thumbnail. You wouldn't make a thumbnail like that ever again. I mean,
I don't know.
2019.
Well, yeah, maybe. Hey, you should just record a talking head. Hey, this is a re-upload. Because of an issue. I'll tell you about the issue at the end of the video.
Here's my talking head right here. Hey, this is a re-upload for the video that what. Oh,
redo it. Just say this video, because it's on this video. This is a re-upload. Go. 1, 2, 3, go.
Right, I gotta think.
Okay.
This is actually how I record my intros. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's David with Worship Leader Hangout, and this video is a re-upload of a video that we uploaded back in 2019. However, we wanted you to see this video because this video has the intro that we unfortunately had to take down due to a copyright infringement. However, they stole the work from us, and so right now we're currently disputing that. Anyway, wanted you to see the full video.
I love it. I'm here too.
All right. Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll put that at the end of the video. I'm here too. Oh man. Oh wow. And you even that? Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, I was gonna say. Oh gosh, you just saw my sweaty armpit.
What were you gonna say?
I haven't recorded a video for Worship Leader Hangout in a while. If you know, trying to keep up with my channel and life. December is definitely a challenging month. And
December, they're gonna think this was recorded in December.
Well, I know, but December was challenging, and normally I'm ahead. So like I would take 1 week to make for Worship Leader Hangout, 1 week to make for my channel, and then I got behind in December, so now I've just been playing catch up for a little bit. However, I haven't told you this yet. I'm working on a video. You remember Pollock from Lee?
Paula? Who?
No, not Paula White. Pollock.
You got to remind me. I'm sorry.
Zach. I think it's Zach.
Oh, okay. I don't. You're talking about a person, and that was their last name. Okay.
Yeah. Let me see if I can look on my.
Oh, the song I was thinking of yesterday was More Than Anything, but you were right. That lick that I sent you was from that other song, and I'm like, what?
Jonathan Pollock.
Oh, okay.
So I'm recording a video with him, maybe next week for Worship Leader.
Really?
Hangout, where we are going to. So he's a big Nord guy.
Okay.
And I like the Nord. I'm not anti-Nord. I'm anti-Nord price, and I'm also like a countercultural person. Meaning, if everyone is going in one direction,
by the way.
I want to know.
I'm selling this.
Selling
The
what?
CP.
No way.
Because
Why?
the Nord Stage 3 is now $3,800 because the Nord Stage 4 just came out.
Chad.
Yeah, I'm going to sell it. Because that Nord, oh my gosh. I played the one, well, you got one for the church up here?
You got a Nord?
Yeah, I sent you a picture of it. Yeah, it's in Leicester. We call that Leicester, old Leicester piano. It's in Leicester right now.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to do a feature comparison video.
You're going to feature that against this?
My excitement just went down like, boo.
But no, you're going to feature it against the CP?
Yes.
I would like to hear that.
Yeah. This is for Worship Leader Hangout. This isn't for Play Creatively.
I know. I would like to hear that.
Yeah.
So is he online? Are you doing it on Zoom and you're just going to listen?
Yeah. We're going to do it like Zoom like this, and he's going to record. I'm going to record that same type of thing. People are seeing some behind the scenes stuff, and I don't even care. But yeah, just make sure he records his video and audio separately from Zoom, so that way it looks really good, clean, and 30 frames per second. Yeah.
Or 24, as long as both of you are in either 30 or 24 frames. Yeah, same frame rate. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah.
Now I'll remember to tell him that.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
But yeah, man. So I'm excited about that comparison video because I will the Nord win?
Yes.
I
think it will.
I mean,
I've already done it, bro. I compared this one to that one.
The thing
Not
is,
on the channel, obviously.
The Nord may win, but is it gonna win for you as a person? Half of the people out there who are gonna go and buy that Nord, more than half of the people just are on the Nord hype, right? Like, okay,
True.
what's the keyboard that you go and buy? It's the Nord.
Very true.
And look, like I said, I may not be the greatest piano player in the world, but I'm a decent piano player. And I gig quite often. And let me tell you something. That CP is great for it is a great piano.
Yeah.
And
it is a great piano. I love it. But
what I paid for my CP73 at the time, I think I paid almost $2,000. And
right, yeah. And they're about $2,500 regular.
And if is it worth an additional $2,000 to go and buy that Nord for what you are going to do as a piano player? You know what I'm saying? Like, so will it win? Maybe, but will it win overall, and will it win for you as a person? That's gonna be the big question.
Here's my thought. Here's my thoughts about it. I love my CP, so don't get me wrong. Like yes, I really do love it. And when we first got the Nord, I had to play that same week. I chose to play the CP, and then the other pianist or whatever, they played the Nord. And the one we got, so let me say this, because this matters. So the Nord Stage 3 is if you want a fully weighted, you have to go the 76 or the 88. The 73 is what they call partially weighted, so kind of like an organ. And it's mostly used for that, synth and organ stuff. But that's what we got, because it was like 32 or 3 or whatever it was, $100, and that's what we put in there, because I have some other ideas for our setup, because we're going to go with a weighted 88 key controller, or with whatever MIDI controller type of keyboard soon. Anyway, but the Nord Stage 4 came out, and they're still selling the Stage 3 while supplies last for a little over $1,000 less than they are brand new. And so if you do have the money and really like the Nord and that whole setup, it is a way to go, because I'm telling you right now, I watched a few videos. This guy, I'll shout him out. This guy named D Soundman, he's great at talking about like Nords and other things on his channel, keyboard related, mostly about the actual hardware, not playing. And man, the feature set on this thing up here, bro, I was like, oh my gosh, I could do that. Oh, I've been wanting a keyboard that could do that for a while, and it's a great player's.
I will say
piano.
this: we are going to compare the CP 73 with the Nord. We are not even comparing the same keyboard we're not in the same keyboard categories.
You would have to, if you're in the same category, it'd be the Nord Piano.
Yeah.
Is he doing a Stage 3 or a piano, or?
Yeah, Stage 3 I think is what he got.
Is what he has, yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have
he came out with a video, and he's trying to start his own channel, and he's been putting stuff on Instagram and whatnot for a little while, and we've known him back since college, actually. So I'm just looking forward to catching up with him, and he's been putting out good stuff.
Really?
Yeah, he's been.
That's cool.
It's real solid. So.
Well, I'm excited to check it out. That'd be a great video.
Yeah, definitely.
That'd be great. Yeah, just send me all the footage. We'll get it done.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. Well, thank you guys for watching this video, for watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, wherever it may be. Again, we are available on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcasts, pretty much wherever you listen to podcasts, it is available. I like Spotify better, but whatever. And subscribe if you haven't already, because we're just getting started. I know we've been going for a while, but I'm telling you, we're just getting started. Davin's going to be back on. He's going to be making videos. I got an editor about to walk in the door that I'm going to be working with, so we got some videos coming out soon that are pretty cool. And yeah, I might, like I said, sell this and go with a Nord, but I don't know yet.
Bro,
that was my last thought.
You're breaking my heart, man.
Yeah, it's just the one thing I was gonna say. Sorry, I'll end the video in a second. One thing I was gonna say is a lot of people can do the financing, and it doesn't matter what keyboard they go with. Would I recommend that? No, but a lot of it's not gonna matter to a lot of people, because they're like, oh yeah, I'll just pay it off in 40 months. So anyway, well, I do need to let you go, but guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, great worship leaders are always learning. Bro, you're awesome.
See you next time, man.
Yeah, just keep us up to date on that. We'll have to plan the next podcast soon.